What's up, baby dolls? Let's speak about PulseChain and Hex. Obviously, the price is getting ravaged, but let's think about something. If we go to the Hex price chart, okay, let's actually go back to what it did before the top. Okay, so this, friends, everyone sees this, they go, wow, you're amazing, you're amazing. No, friends. The real price chart to look at is Hex versus Ethereum. All right, that's the real price chart to look at. That going up, just to show you right now, we're going to look at Hex versus ETH. You see, it wasn't doing the grind up. You remember Hex USD was going up. And now I have both of the charts right now. Okay, so I've just overlaid both of them. So now, friends, we're gonna have a deep look, so we can actually. I want you to just observe, right? Actually, see, you can't see this. It's kind of sucks here. We're gonna have to put it on a percent again. It's what we have to look at right here. You see right here. This is a good view. We're seeing the orange. That's the US dollar price. You see how it goes up and up? It looks like that. Like, whoa, it looks like you're going up. Well, that is just Ethereum going up. Pretty much. It's just ETH going up. As you can see by the Hex ETH ratio, look at this. Hex ETH ratio, look at this. Makes the lower low again. It comes back down, bleeding out, bleeding out, bleeding out. See, look at this, look at this. See, look at this. Up here, the Hex USD price is being dragged up, right? It's being dragged up by Ethereum. But look what ends up happening next. Ethereum, friends, what I want to do now I'm actually going to show you. Let's actually add ETH chart. Now we can go and discover what's happening with Ethereum. Okay, now we can actually have a look. Here we go. Look at that right now. So Ethereum comes out and it tops out. This I know you can't see the date. This is May 21. Okay, so you have April. This is in May. All right, May 2021. What ends up happening is, obviously, it doesn't take a genius to figure this out. Somebody sold the top of Ethereum around here and then rotated in the Hex. Now, what I want you to focus on, the candles going up. You see how, look what happens, friends. Look how it moves from here, okay? I want you to see right now. You see Ethereum, friends? Look at this. See Ethereum? The blue line. Ethereum tops out here, as you can see right now. Okay, Ethereum tops out. And as it's topped out, this blue part, as it's topped out, you're seeing the orange, which is a Hex USD. So this is the USD price. It's going, whoa, whoa, whoa. You see that? As you get to see, like as we move forward, okay, slowly, see Hex accelerating up here. This is Hex USD price. Okay, and obviously there was, obviously there's a double top of Ethereum of sorts. But now you get to see it play out in real time. So I just showed you that Ethereum topped out, we went up. Now, this wasn't random market people. It's Richard Hart. Okay, it was obviously Richard Hart. He collected 150,000 ETH, and then he injected, probably rumored, we don't know, speculation, whatever, rotated it back in. Okay, so now, if it plays out again like that, I want to remind you, it doesn't have to. We don't know if it will, but if it does play out like that again, you don't know how high the price would go. Everyone's going to throw out numbers. Useless, friends, useless. Every single person's price target's pretty much useless because I watch everybody and God bless all your hearts, but just admit it, you've been wrong for the past 24 months. So you know what I mean? Like it's been wrong about all these prices. We're going to do 10x. Don't worry about these other coins. We're going to do 10x. It's very obvious, man. Okay, now look. When it comes to these, friends, if Ethereum goes up and Richard is able to sell, we don't know what he's going to do. He might do parts of it along the way. He might wait till all of it's done. No idea, no expectations. It is what it is. Okay, it's not outside of our hands. Even if he does it at all, we don't know. That's one of the paths too. But if he does that, it means that Hex would be a late bloomer. Not just Hex, but PulseChain, PulseX, and everything else. So I can go back and just show you the charts of PulseChain and PulseX. PulseChain, PulseX, Hex, Inc., all of it the same. It's all liquidity linked, and that's the price chart here. Okay, so we can actually move it in line and see it right now. Friends, I could, if I really wanted to, add an overlay of Ethereum, but it doesn't really matter. But you get the point here, okay? So obviously this price is getting destroyed. So where would Ethereum top out? So you never know, man. We might find Ethereum tops out anywhere in December. Anywhere in December. Let's just draw a box around December. So we might find that PulseChain does the same price chart as Hex does. It goes up and up and up. And then when Ethereum tops out, Richard has hopefully sold and starts injecting it in. And that's where we go to the moon phase. That's the moon phase, okay? Now, I don't know how high that part's going to go, but I have just replicated the Hex price chart. That's it, is what it is. No guarantees, don't know. But on the question of timing, it becomes very interesting because, look, friends, what you want and what most of us want, what we actually want is Hex, Pulse, PulseX in the PulseChain community. If you're holding most of those coins, you want them to be going up now. You want them to be as expensive as possible right now. We all do. But actually, what you need to make the most money, okay, not want, what you need to make the most money is if it blooms late. Because that means if Ethereum goes to 7,300, friends, it's macro fib level, which what I can show you. If it goes up there, we can actually play around with it. Right here, friends, this is fib. This is Ethereum. You do a macro fib, a big fib from the top to the bottom, and you just look at these fib extensions. Markets like to gravitate towards these. $7,300 is the 1.618, and the next one is 11,300. So it would be nice. We very, very welcome, friends, if we land somewhere in here. I hope, though, it lands more towards the second and the third part. This would be repeating. If it's able to land here, friends, it would be repeating the previous cycle of gains. Okay, so Ethereum would, if it landed at 15,200, it's the previous cycle gain. So it's around 3 to 4x above this point. Okay, if it lands closer to here, that's a diminished gain. But guess what? It's 11,300. That's pretty good, right? So we're like, okay, if you diminish kind of the same way, you had 11,300. Important. At this point in time, friends, we might find that a lot of the meme coins, altcoins, everything in crypto has had a giant colossal run, whatever the narratives are. And they have done a lot of the big moves. Maybe meme coins finally see 100 billion valuation. Maybe Pepe hits 30, 40, 50 billion, 100 billion plus. Hopefully Landwolf goes towards 500 million or a billion. Hopefully everything, tick a Bitcoin. Hopefully that hits 5 to 10 billion. I don't know, man. I hope everything flies. I want everything to fly. Just please fly as much as you can. And in that mania, what you need to make the most money is you do the great rotation, which, friends, is, I'm just telling you now, warning, very high risk. So you don't need to bet everything on. But you could say, well, okay, look, cycle's done. Everybody might declare PulseChain a failure because it hasn't moved. Then they're waiting for Richard Hart's wallet move, right? And that's when you have to decide for yourself what an appropriate portfolio adjustment would be. Friends, it could be Chainlink, Bitcoin, Ethereum, whatever you're holding, Solana, whatever it is out there. You then have to decide, all right, how much do you want to allocate of that back into PulseX, Hex cores, playing for Richard Hart? How much? And you don't have to stress, but I'll tell you right now, it's going to be difficult because you won't be. It says you're not going to get this minus 90% drop probably for you to be able to do it because people are going to be buying in, front running him, most likely. Okay, or they just wait for the first wallet move and then everyone gets in. So you might have some time, maybe. Very, very uncertain times, friends. And we don't even know. What if he starts rotating in earlier than you think? Like, for example, if you're waiting for an 11K top, what if he starts rotating in when Ethereum's 6K? You know what I mean? And then it makes the price go up a bit, makes a higher low. Maybe he doesn't rotate all of it. Maybe he rotates some. And then it goes up to 8K and he rotates more. So what ends up happening is you're expecting, if we go back, friends, and check the chart price, you're expecting to buy, like, for example, let me just do a green text here to show you. You might be expecting in this scenario to be buying day one sack. You go, oh, okay, doesn't matter, I can buy day one sack. But if he's rotating a bit earlier and gets you off guard, maybe by the time it comes up here, it's like 3.5 day one sack. You see, that's a big difference, by the way, big difference, huge difference. And then the moonshot starts going up from there. So, however, though, I'll just be honest, this ecosystem has been nothing but disappointments and underwhelming so far with a lot of things. Friends, we've got to remind you, the ecosystem, the altcoins and all that's been great, but the core coins obviously been a joke. So, if you go on the balance of probabilities, they would lean more towards the disappointing side and not to trust, I guess, the mainstream influencers and talking about them, okay? Talking about their high price expectations, not to trust them. If you were to go off just history for the past so far, it's been nothing but disappointments. There's been more disappointments than success. That's like statistically a fact from all these, okay? So that's just to think about. However, You can't just pretty much say there's a 0% chance he'll do that. So effectively, you're sitting at the highs. Let's say Ethereum does hit, friends. Let's say it hits $10,000, round number 10K. Nothing's rotated in yet. PulseChain and everything's still down. You've taken profits. Now, you might decide, well, there's no right answer, friends. We don't know. But you literally, historically in crypto, you can't go wrong with this portfolio. Half Bitcoin, half stablecoins. You can't go wrong with that. Bitcoin is the market. Bitcoin comes back. Your stablecoins save you no matter what. And if another season appears, you can always deploy them out here. Because not everything in crypto moves, friends. That's what I got to... I've had the revelation we've yet to see it, friends. It's like, if you're holding a coin, you're not missing out on anything. If you're in a stablecoin, because guess what? When people come in and hyper gamble, they don't go and buy everything up equally. They go in a specific sector. In which case, you're better off just holding stablecoins. Because your coin, if a season gonna come to your coin, you can get back in anyway. Like, you're gonna see the chart and get back in very easily. Or if it's another season somewhere else, you're gonna have to dump your coin to go join that one to play around in it. You know, so there's no advantages to just keeping all your altcoins all the time. As the market already knows, it's not new information. Everyone knows this. So that's probably what would end up happening, where you're at this top point. And let's go up, friends. Let's go up and just imagine. Okay, let's put on a log chart just so we can see that we go up here. So we are now around here. Like, if this happens, just full on guessing, if this happens here, you're here and you can actually go back. Let's see where Ethereum is, for example. Let's say Ethereum goes up, and actually I'll make it nice and sexy for us. Let's say Ethereum goes, whoa. Ethereum's actually like here. It's done this. All right, it's actually done that. Okay, done this chart pattern. You are now sitting up here, friends. You're sitting up here. Okay. You're like, you know what? You've hit 10K. I don't know where you're going to go next. And now you have to decide what to do at this point. All right. You have to decide what to do. I don't know what the real answer is going to be. No one does. But like I mentioned to you, a defensive, guaranteed, you'll be okay decision, guaranteed. There's no guarantees in this world, especially in crypto. But half Bitcoin, half stable coins, sweet. That's pretty much it. All right. Half Bitcoin, half stable coins. Now, friends, you have to pay taxes and stuff. You might decide just full on stable coins. That's okay. That's completely fine. You might buy full on stable coins, pay your taxes, and then you're going to buy Bitcoin on a dip anyway. You're like, I don't want to pay it up, buy it up, wherever Bitcoin is up there. Maybe it's 150K, hopefully it's 200K, I don't know. All right. So that's what's going to be happening. You have to be faced with this decision. And I'll just throw out random numbers here. Let's say someone made $100,000. Congratulations. Okay. You pay taxes, maybe got like 70 left. You're like, all right, sweet. I've got like 70 in stable coins. What do? You might go, okay, I'll buy back Bitcoin, or I leave it in stable coins, 50-50. If PulseChain hasn't run yet, you have to decide on this ratio next. Somewhere of that allocation should be thrown back in to PulseChain, PulseX, and Hex if it hasn't done the big colossal run. We don't know, as I mentioned, the critical number. It has to come from you. Only you can decide. Some people might say that they're happy with everything they've accumulated now and they just want to exit. Some people say that. Other people might say, well, it's worth slingshotting. You know, you have to think, okay, does 10% hurt you? 20%? It's up to you. I will tell you though, the way people lose all their money in crypto, friends, is everything goes up in the bull market and then people keep rotating. That's it. You keep playing the casino. Okay, the people who win, the people who just, they're extracting value out. I hate to use that term and that word. Yeah, they're the actual people who win. But they're not really extracting value. They're just going to stable coins. All right. So the actual real value extractors, there are influencers out there, friends. I'm not going to say their names, but they literally take people's money and they take it out of crypto and they go buy property. They go put it into stocks. They do all that. They're literally just in farming, or their YouTubers or their subscription stuff. There's the influencers out there who do it. They are the definition of subhuman filth and scum. Like, hey, crypto is the future. By the way, I'm going to go take your money and go buy an apartment and stuff. They do that, friends. They do that. It's very, very common knowledge. They do that. They've all been leaked and yeah, they've even admitted themselves. Like, they think they're doing nothing. They know it. They're just like blatantly telling people what they're doing. So, by the way, no value as well because they're all stuck in the boomer coins. They're not adapting to the markets, okay? So, like I said, that is going to be the rotational trade if it happens like that. Like I said, no guarantees. But that's what I'm doing is planning for kind of like worst late bloomer case. That's pretty much it. You don't have to do anything. Just telling you that, hey, there might be a point where all the meme coins and lotteries and altcoins and everything else is gone, and then PulseChain's still lagging behind. Just like I showed you with 2021 Hex cycle. And then you might, friends, as well, just leave your stable coins there. You might say, hey, on the first day that Richard Hart deploys, because friends, everyone's going to be spamming it on Twitter. On the first day that Sacrifice Wallet starts buying, right, you just front run it. That's it. You just jump in. The first $10 million or $50 million, whatever it is, because if it have like it will have 170,000 ETH at 10K, it'll have $1.7 billion up here. Okay, 1.7 billion. That might be it, and you're happy to pay up a 50% premium because you're like you're playing with your lottery feature money. You know what I mean? Maybe that's people because you have that peace of mind. Because your risk is, friends, here's the truth, right? Your risk is Richard, like, okay, there's actually a worse risk that Richard starts deploying. We got to go through this. He starts deploying, but the market keeps dumping him down, and crypto keeps going down with it, and he's just fighting the market with like big exits. That's a possibility. I know it is a possibility, friends. So, however, there is also another thing you got to think about. If he's deploying, all right, how far are you willing to let it go up before you say, all right, well, is this too high now? Is it not too high? These questions, friends, it stresses you out. But ultimately, at the end of the day, everyone's watching ETH. That's what you're waiting for at that point. I'm just trying to envision this scenario. And then if this works out, so you might say, okay, what is the nice scenario where it works out? Well, meme coins, altcoins, everything else in crypto goes. The new stuff, everyone else in crypto is disappointed because they realize that, you know, you need to have product market fit and stuff for whatever the market players want. But then if you're able to take that and then bunny hop some, I mean, some people are probably going to go all in. They're going to bunny hop into PulseChain, PulseX, and Hex, and then they actually do run. It's literally game over for the Bears. It's just fully game over. However, friends, you got to be careful because at that point, the people joining in with you who are front running Richard Hart at that point, he's probably trying to force. Would he force an alt season? It's hard to think about because, you know, what's the intention here? Oh, I'm just going to pay everybody holding. Okay, but who are you really paying? Because these people just skipped you the whole bull market, and now they're coming at you at the end. And all your believers from 3 years ago got like the worst deal of all time. By the way, by that point, it'll be 4 years. 4 years ago, you're now paying off people when everyone else got to buy it. You know what I mean? But that might be just the deal with the devil that he has to make. So that's something I think about. You know, a lot of people just say, well, what if he never buys with it? Maybe he does some other scheme or whatever. Yeah, it could happen as well. But so far, it's demonstrated that PulseChain Sacrifice Wallet, it does buy. All right, so there you go. That's the bunny hop, friends. Meme coins, altcoins, everything else goes up. PulseChain, PulseX, and Hex, they lag with ink. They lag. Doesn't mean they don't go up. They just lag. Very, very disappointing. And then at the very, very end, when Ethereum tops out, you might decide, friends, up to you. You might decide, I'm going to take like, 40% stable coins, 40% Bitcoin, and then 20% of your profits, you throw it in if the prices are cheap. So a lot of people are going to want to see, obviously, some sort of big justice for that happen, friends. Now, I'm just going to quickly delete this to just show you the real price chart anybody should be watching, friends. Of course, the PLS ETH chart. So you have to go to here and invert the pair. This is the Pulse and Ethereum chart. Invert the pair, friends. Now, it's still USD price, so you have to change it to Ethereum price. And this is the PLS ETH ratio. Unfortunately, yeah, it's made new lows again. So disastrous again, minus 92%. So just to show you from a year ago, if from today, this is the bottom, okay? Let's say this was the bottom. Just to go back to a year ago, PulseChain has to go 13x. And you're not even including Ethereum yield, by the way. So 13x from today, and Ethereum doesn't move in price. So if Ethereum goes to its final high at like a 2x from here, 2 to 3x from here, that means PulseChain has to do 26 to 39x just to get back to freaking the launch price. Man, that's crazy. By the way, I have the ratio price, which is here from July 2021. It is currently down 76%. Ouch. Basically, so friends, if you're down against Ethereum, it means you wasted your money. You're getting destroyed. You should have had your money in Ethereum, the low risk thing. Like the example I give you. Okay, I'm going to go to the casino. I'm going to play Russian roulette. and I'm playing Russian roulette with a casino. You give me $1 million, and then by the end of the year, I made you profit. Okay, I made you profit, infinite profit. How much profit? Okay, I made you 50 grand. You're like, wait a minute. 50 grand, that's what the stock market would have given me. A bond would give me 50 grand. You see what I mean? You took all that risk. You went to the casino, played Russian roulette. You know what I mean? You could have disappeared with everything, but you got back your 50 grand. That's what you're looking at here. That's why it's important for these things to go up. But now you get to see it, friends. A lot of these scenarios, we're just thinking about these. So I'm not, yeah, I know a lot of people are going to have cope and hope. Friends, I took matters into my own hands, obviously. I've adapted to the market, man. We had 90% call, 10% lottery. The lottery tickets blew the roof. We're like, okay, well, we have to start looking and observing. Why are people buying these? And why are these coins? Okay, strong communities. Okay, what about the tech stuff? I thought tech stuff was good. Friends, I have launchpads. We're in VVV Launchpad. We're in paid Launchpad. Guess what? A lot of the VC projects are trash there. They're doing their best to filter out. Everyone's getting grifted by the VCs. Crypto tech utility. It's all a bunch of BS, man. You see, even VC insiders, Sean and Kyle, who know a lot of VCs, who know in the underground stuff, they're getting grifted by other VCs. It's literally it's just scum everywhere, man. Just snakes, biting snakes everywhere. What can you do? That's right. What can you do? People just capitulate, give up. Oh, okay, I can't do anything. Yeah, they have to accept lower returns, even if you've got a sweet deal, much lower returns. But for us, we know the future's on chain, the future's on these dexes. Lottery tickets are blowing the roof. Friends, as well, I just got to show you the power of lottery ticket. Man, you know, friends, I've been covering Harry Potter, Obama, Sonic 10 ticker Bitcoin for a long time now. Look at that, 21 cents. Look at that, it just started swooping up. But also the real chart as well is Ethereum, the Ethereum ratio. That's pretty much it. Also, there's two Margas here. Remember, friends, I was covering Marga. He goes up to 200 million market cap. When I covered up here, friends, what is it up? Like 40, 50x. Crazy. You see? So the people are speaking. It's just, are we listening? Okay, but there you go. There's a strategy. You can bunny hop. We can bunny hop. Yeah. It is unfortunate, though, if you're all in on the ecosystem and you're one of those types. Look, yeah, it is unfortunate for them. However, they're probably still going to be better off than everybody else all in on the other coins, right? Because at least they know, like Ripple's dumping XRP, 30% below market price, okay? You know that Richard's got 170,000 Ethereum there ready to bazooka it up. You see what I mean? So, but yeah, I mean, like the fact that we have to throw in, oh, at least we're on XRP, like that's not really the best scenario at all. So there you go, friends. I've just shown you if this plays out, this is how it would be. Also, yeah, there's another wild Joker card, which probably not going to happen now. A lot of people discussed, how's Richard going to get people to not sell their coins and dump on exit liquidity along the way? I don't know, because he can't do sacrifices again. He can't promise you more coins. Are you going to believe it? I know a single one here, I'm going to believe it. I know people, by the way, are just going to peacock and go, yeah, I'll do it. No, you won't. You're not doing anything, man. You're not doing. There's no way that'll fly unless the price is really high first. But that's a chicken and egg problem. How are you going to get the price really high first without promising? You know what I mean? You need to have something else to fall on. So that is something else. Though. So that's how Hex was able to achieve its high prices, friends. Pretty much everyone was locked up. Everyone refrained from selling, and it was just, yay, let's go ping it, and then come all the way back down. So at this point, it's looking like it was not worth it. I'm sure all of you will agree, friends. Like, going for Hex to go hit 10,000x means nothing today. It literally means nothing. You all know it. Why? Pepe did 250,000x. Dog We've Hat did a 200,000x. Other coins have done 1,000x, 10,000x. At the time, it was new and amazing for everybody who sold, but going forward, it didn't mean anything. Coins start lower. They've done fair launches as well. They've done that, and they don't dump 99%. Like Hex. So yes, that's unfortunately a deal with the devil that was made. A lot of people just trapped up there at price discovery that should never ever have reached that point. But we're looking for the future now. Okay, so that's our strategy, friends. Bunny hopping. We always had this in mind though, but you don't know, man. Everyone, look, and just to let you know, friends, it just all the influencers said PulseChain was going to run first. They all said it was going to run first. Not running at all. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm just helping you have a strategy, man. Okay, if we're not running first, what's the worst case? Okay, worst case is that you run last. Okay, so what I've shown you is the later it runs, the better you can bunny hop. Now it's a vehicle to front run something. It's like our big competitive edge, like a big macro thing if it ends up happening, okay? We'll speak more about it as it comes. Nothing set in stone. Like, subscribe. Catch you soon.